Hello everybody, I hope you're well. This feels a bit strange because I haven't done this in such a long time because I've been so busy. So I was asked a couple of weeks ago if I could review a microphone, and for some reason over the past couple of months I've been getting a lot of emails and Instagram messages from people asking what equipment I use and tips and things on how to get into making ASMR videos. I always say to people, you don't need to go out and get the best equipment straight off. So I'm using a Canon 700D. I didn't start out with that. I started out with just a little handheld Canon. Again, these are the microphones I record with. I've got two. I didn't start off with these. I started off with this. Oh, my elbow. This is my little Blue Yeti, and this is where it all started. So when a company approached me and said, can you review a microphone, I thought, perfect, because this could be a microphone that people could buy and start off their ASMR journey on. So I have already opened this. I opened it on my ASMR Twitch stream. So this is the microphone. It's the Thronmax MDrill one. Now it's very similar looking to the Yeti, but you'll see one big difference when we get into it. So it's packaged very nicely. As soon as we open it, we get to this card, which is your quick start guide. And let's be honest, nobody wants to read a full book. I remember when I bought my Canon DSLR, and I'm like, I'm gonna read the entire instruction manual. I didn't. I read like the first 2 pages and then just started using it, and then watched YouTube videos on tips and tricks. So it's set up the same as a Yeti with 4 recording modes. You've got cardioid, stereo, bidirectional and omnidirectional. And this microphone, again, same to the Yeti, is just a plug in and play. You don't need a mixer or any sort of recording device. You can just plug it into your computer with the USB and crack on. Nice bit of foam there. I shall stick that somewhere in the room to absorb sound. And then this is the microphone itself. So again, built like the Yeti. I will be comparing it to the Yeti because that is essentially what it's on the market with. It's the same type of microphone. What I noticed was the sides quite squeaky. It's quite a noisy mic when you're adjusting it. Hopefully that won't be an issue when you're recording, because obviously you're not going to be moving around when you're recording it. Bass is nice and heavy though, nice and solid, so it's not going to wobble around or anything. And on the front we've got 2 buttons there. We've got the volume and the gain. Then on the back we have a mute button and the 4 recording settings, which that button changes. They're patented technology. So this is Vertigain sound enhancing acoustic chamber. Now they say that on the other types of mics where it's covered in two two different types of mesh. When the sound wave goes in, it's scattered around because it's got to go through the mesh. The fact that these are straight, the sound waves can go in and not be distorted before it goes into the microphone. So it'll be very interesting to see how that affects the ASMR. So obviously I'm not going to be shouting into the microphone or talking very loudly. I'm reviewing it specifically for ASMR purposes. So there is another box in there, and inside that box you get your warranty and a little sticker and your cable. This is actually a really nice quality cable. It's braided. I much prefer these rather than the plastic ones. I find them much more sturdy. And one difference is the USB-C. I don't know for definite, but I'm pretty sure USB-C is going to be the new USB. So eventually everything's going to have USB-C. So what I'm going to do is get it plugged in. I'm going to have a selection of ASMR items and sounds. I'm going to record them with the MDrill and also the Yeti, so you can decide which one you prefer. It's not a case of one is necessarily better than the other, because when it comes to ASMR, it's always a very personal sound. Someone might prefer a really warm, deep, cozy sound, and someone might really love like a lo-fi kind of sound. So I'm just going to do a bit of recording with both and see what kind of sounds they produce. So I'm using the mic to record with now. On the underside it's actually got some really nice LED lights that you can cycle through and choose whichever one you're feeling the mood of. On the front of the mic, when it's plugged in, it's all lit up. The mute button is very clearly lit up. When you press it, it turns red. And also a nice feature is when you are using the volume and gain buttons, it actually shows you LED lights, so you know exactly where you are. On the Yeti, usually I have to make sure that I remember which letter that my gain is on, whereas this one you can kind of check which one you want it on. So I currently have it on 8. This is what 2 sounds like. So the guy I spoke with at Thronmax said 2 is the ideal setting. However, he did say it might need to be a little bit more for ASMR, and I've got the volume all the way up on the microphone and I'm really struggling to hear myself. If I lean right in, then obviously I can hear myself a lot better, but you don't always want to be this close to the microphone for ASMR videos. So I found that 8 is decent. Obviously the more you turn the gain up, the more white noise and ambient noise you're going to start picking up, but for this level of speaking I think it's okay. And then obviously you can run your audio program through Audacity to kind of get rid of any background noise. So I'm now going to try out some different type of ASMR sounds. I'll be altering the gain throughout, and I'll have a little counter on there to show you what gain I'm currently using. this is just a little audio test. This is with the gain on 2 and the microphone is currently level with the camera, so it's about, if I put my arm out straight in front of me, it's about another hand worth away. Hearing myself back, it's a little bit quiet, so I think I'm going to bump it up to 6 and see what it sounds like, so I can hear myself a little better. Obviously it's picked up the ambient noise and added a little extra white noise, which is what all microphones do in this situation. I'm going to try it quite close up because I think it'll work really well, especially with the vertigain technology. I think it'll work much better when it's close to my mouth. I'm also going to use this. So this came with it, and this is going to help all my pops and S's. So I'm just holding this close to my mouth with my hand. I've just spent 25 minutes trying to pop this onto my boom arm with my shock mount, and it's just not working. My shock mount's designed for my Yeti, so it was a little bit wobbly, and obviously I wouldn't use that in real life, so I'm not going to test it. This is only on a gain of 4. It sounds very clear, and the thing that surprised me as I'm holding this microphone, you can't really hear my hands touching it. I've noticed a lot of microphones when you're holding them, that if you can hear it a little bit as I grasp the bottom, but sometimes you can hear the movement of your hands coming through, where this doesn't really have that issue. So I think the microphone's fared pretty well. Obviously I haven't done shouting videos or singing or loud talking because I'm just doing this for ASMR purposes, but I think it's fared pretty well. The audio of the different sounds came through. Obviously the gain is going to have to be turned up, but it's going to have to be turned up on any microphone. Even when I'm using my Yeti, I have to turn the gain up quite high in order to get the sounds quite through, because the nature of ASMR, it's quite quiet. Usually I don't take out the white noise, because over the years people have said that the white noise just doesn't really bother them unless it's like really loud and it sounds like a storm outside. A little bit of white noise has never really affected any of my videos. So I think if you're in the market for a mid-range microphone, if you're looking to start creating ASMR videos, then it's well worth a look at this one. I would like to thank Thronmax for sending me this, and I would also like to thank you guys for watching. I will leave a link in the description to their website if you want to know more about it, and also a link to Amazon. So thank you all so much, take care, and I will see you next time. Bye.